Hi friends, good to see you again. Welcome to math lesson number 3. Today we're going to be practicing drawing two-dimensional shapes. So remember, when we say two-dimensional, it means it's flat. Three-dimensional would be something like this squirt bottle or a cube that you could hold in your hands. That would be a three-dimensional shape. But two-dimensional is just flat, so it's something you could draw on a piece of paper. So we're going to look at our visual learning video and then do some practice and a few problems in our workbook. So let's go check out that video.
Let's draw a polygon with 5 vertices. If you know the number of vertices for a polygon, do you also know the number of sides?
Yes, you do, because the polygons have the same number of vertices, sides, and angles. So they would all be 5.
Yes, the number of vertices is the same as the number of sides. My polygon will have 5 vertices and 5 sides. Let's draw a pentagon. Think, how do you know the shape is a pentagon?
We know it's a shape because there's 5 sides, 5 vertices, and 5 angles.
The shape is a pentagon because it has 5 sides and 5 vertices. Now let's draw a polygon with 4 sides that are the same length. A polygon with 4 sides is a quadrilateral. This quadrilateral has sides that are the same length. Are these shapes quadrilaterals?
Select your answer.
They are quadrilaterals because they all have 4 sides.
Yes, these shapes are quadrilaterals, but they do not have sides that are the same length. Can you draw another polygon with 4 sides that are the same length?
Yes, we can.
A square is a polygon with 4 sides of equal length. A square is a special type of rectangle. Now you know how to draw polygons with sides that are the same length.
So let's go practice in our workbook. Okay, we're going to start on page 872. So if you need to pause me to go get your workbook and turn to that page, do that now. And then we're going to do the guided practice right here. So it says draw each shape, complete the sentences. So it says draw a polygon with 3 vertices. So if it has 3 vertices, that means it also has to have 3 sides. So a shape that has 3 sides, or a polygon with 3 sides, would be a triangle. So we're going to draw a big triangle here. And like I said, the vertices and the sides are all the same number. So that means the polygon has 3 sides. And we would call this a triangle. Okay. So now let's look at number 2. It says draw a polygon that has 6 sides. So I'm going to draw 6 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I drew 6 sides. The polygon has, let's count the angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same number of sides, same number of vertices, same number of angles. So it has 6 angles. What shape has 6 sides, 6 vertices, and 6 angles? Has an X in it. Hexagon. So this would be a hexagon. We're going to watch one more quick video, and then we're going to do some more practice.
Today, we're going to look at polygons. So let's start with 2 that have 5 vertices. That means they will also have 5 sides. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There! I have 2 pentagons, 5 sides and 5 vertices. With me so far? Good! Now let's draw one with 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. There! I now have a triangle. When making a shape, there's a lot to think about. The number of sides, the number of vertices, if all the sides are the same length, and so much more. These things help give shapes their own identity, and that's pretty important.
Let's go do some more practice. Let's turn that page. So if we look at number 3, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to draw the shape and answer these questions. So it says draw a polygon with 3 vertices and 1 right angle. So our shape has to have 3 corners, but one of the corners has to make a right angle. So a 3-sided shape or 3 cornered shape would be a triangle, right? So we have to draw a triangle that has a right angle in the corner. And then I just have to connect my other two sides. So 1, 2, 3 sides, 1, 2, 3 vertices, and one of them is a right angle. So our polygon has 3 sides, and we would call this a triangle. Okay, you're gonna do number 4. It says draw a quadrilateral with opposite sides that are the same length. So take your time, this one might be a little tricky, and then try and answer these questions and come back to me when you think you have it and we'll check. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a quadrilateral that has opposite sides of the same length. So I'm gonna draw one side this long, and then my other side has to be the same length. And then I'm gonna draw this side and this side. So my opposite sides are short here, and these opposite sides are long, but they're the same length as each other. So my polygon has 4 corners, 4 vertices, and this would be a rectangle, right? We would call this a rectangle, and it's a type of quadrilateral. It's also a rectangle because the corners are all right angles, which is pretty cool. We're going to go down to number 6. Okay, number 6 says draw a polygon with 4 sides that are different lengths. So I just have to draw a shape that has 4 sides of different lengths of each other. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so my polygon has 4 different sides, and it has 4 angles on it. And there's no real right angles. Maybe this one could be, I'm not sure, but it would still just be a quadrilateral because the corners are not all right angles. So our polygon is a quadrilateral. You're going to do number 7. Let's read it. Draw a polygon with 5 vertices and 3 sides that are the same length. So do your best. Try it out. See what you can draw. Answer the questions, and then come back when you think you've got it. Okay, so 3 of my sides have to be the same length. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of almost like a square. So same length as those ones and same length here. But I have to make this last side into 2 sides. So I'm going to make kind of like a house that fell over. There we go. So my shape has 5 vertices and 5 sides, and 3 of these sides are the same length as each other. So there's 5 sides in all, and this would be called a pentagon. Nice work. We're going to turn the page and do number 9 together. Okay, so number 9 says draw a rectangle with 4 equal sides. So I'm going to draw a rectangle, but it has to have 4 sides of the same length. So 1 side, 2 sides, has to be the same size as each other. Okay, so this is technically a rectangle, but they asked us, what is another name for this shape? Do you know what it's called? It's a square. So square is a special rectangle. So they're kind of like the same thing, but then rectangles can also be longer, right? Or skinnier too. And a square has to be the same lengths on all 4 sides. So it's cool. Squares are a type of fancy rectangle. You're going to do number 10. Let's read it. It says draw 3 shapes. The first shape is a quadrilateral. The number of vertices in each shape increases by 1. So just start with your first shape. And it has to have 4 sides and be a quadrilateral, and then draw another shape that has 1 more vertices, and then draw another shape that has 1 more. See what you come up with, pause me, do your work for a few minutes, try it, and then we'll come back and check. Okay, you ready? So if I draw a quadrilateral, it has to have 4 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they said the number of vertices has to go up by 1, but that's the same thing as saying the number of sides. So my next shape is going to have 5 sides. And then my next one has to have 6 sides. So now what is the name of this last shape that I drew? It has 6 sides. It would be a hexagon. Nice work. Okay, good job. Let's go look at your homework for today. Okay, here's your homework. You're going to go back to page 873 in your workbook, do number 5, number 8, number 11, and number 12 for more practice, and then take your time on your quick check. And after that, do your usual Math Facts Pro and iReady Math. I won't see you tomorrow, but you do have a math quiz to get some more practice in, so make sure you go and do that on Google Classroom tomorrow or whatever your day 4 is. And then I will see you not next week, but the week after that. Bye, friends.